So we're ready for game number 2 on the second night of the Trincity Community Football Cup 2025. As we see both teams already on the field, and the teams, we identify our teams. The team on the left in the pink, they were in action last night. That's DINSLEY Avenue. They actually went down 1-0 to Delamere. And they're going to be taking on Montague Avenue, who are in the orange, who are in possession right now. And they have won an early corner, and that was played very well and sharp into the penalty area of the DINSLEY team. Trying to get a nice foothold in, and that was won there by the DINSLEY players, but just spilled over the line for a goal kick. Montague, the referee, not satisfied with the fact that the ball was stationary. Now it's been played back. Montague in the orange strips coming forward. The number 6, Mark Benjamin. This was turn. The number 7 is Raphael Alexander. He's in control of that ball. Actually, that's an infraction. Pushing the back. And the referee adjudged that one to be illegal on Anton Hall, who last night had a very good game, just was on the wrong side of the result. And here they come forward again. Montague tried to get that ball forward, and that ball just played across the face of the goal behind the attacking player as they live. DINSLEY, that is, live to tell the tale. Nothing happening. The ball was done by East Devines, headed there, 1. But again, Hall creating problems. He has created problems so far in the game that they played last night, and this game thus far, factoring a whole lot in this game. Last night he was wearing number 7. He's actually not wearing number 10. He's wearing number 7 tonight. Shot comes in. Goes off the Montague player. And goes into touch for a throw-in. A very good throw there from a spectator over the enclosure. Hall tries to get this ball. Hoping to get it forward, but he just plays it back. And this ball's played dangerously across the face of the goal, and Gouveia needed to shepherd the Montague player away from that ball. They live to tell the tale. Montague looking to seize the initiative. Last night when DINSLEY were on the field, they didn't enjoy much of the possession, and it seems as though that is the case again so far. But Hall does win that ball and plays it away to Gouveia, and Gouveia try to just ensure that that ball goes out of play, and protesting the decision of the referee of a corner. Montague taking it quickly, and trying a shot. Was on target, but it actually didn't make it all the way to the goal. Montague wins a free kick in their half of the field. So try to see if they could get that ball coming forward. And that ball was struck very tamely by Mark Benjamin. Comes off a DINSLEY player. And the winner throw-in. A little bit of a collision there, and DINSLEY wins that ball and sends it forward aimlessly and harmlessly up the field. And it goes for a goal kick for the Montague squad. Going to be taking it again, taking it to the left. The ball's played forward. It doesn't get to the target, but they do retain possession. Try to get it forward again and swings it in at a beautiful volley, but off target by Devines. And Montague trying to see if they could be the first team in this year's tournament to score in the first half. All 3 games so far have had their deciding goals, all games finishing 1-0, and their deciding goals coming in the second half. But so far, it hasn't been any one team actually making themselves, showing themselves to be the dominant team. Although Montague is at the moment trying to shave, but DINSLEY wins that ball back and try to send that ball forward. And Hall not being able to latch onto it from the right side. So throw in for the Montague team, who plays that ball forward, plays it across the field. It's going to be played across the other side, to the left side of the field, but not well controlled there by Benjamin. And again, not well controlled, although they do retain possession. The number 8, Harmony Monroe, he moves forward with that ball. Still looking for something, but runs into the path of one of his players. Benjamin again plays it back and keeps the possession. So the possession so far, if we have the stats, will go in favor of Montague, which tries a shot, and a beautifully played shot by Devines, and beats the defender in the back of the defense. And for the first time in this year's tournament, we have a goal in the first half. Issa Devines has scored, and he has put Montague Avenue in front. And for the second time in this tournament, in their second game, DINSLEY Avenue will be playing from the back. Well, well, well. So Montague coming forward again, and Harmony Monroe loses out, but his team retains a shot, and a slip there from the Francois Bastien. But Montague retains possession, and you could see a little bit more comfort from their play, a little bit more patient. Beautiful piece of passing there, but an aggressive play that just puts that ball into touch for Montague. Montague again loses out, but they retain possession via a corner. And they should try to take it quickly. And they find the room, and a shot comes in, and on target, but comes off the defender. Raphael Alexander taking the shot, and does it's a goal kick. The ball comes off the framework of the goal, and Karim's behind the goal, and a goal kick won there. And again, Montague wins the possession and try to come forward. A very ambitious pass there, and does get through with it. It's played again to the middle, trying to get that ball wide, try to see if they could spread the defense. And Hall just all over the Montague player. DINSLEY wins possession, and very well taken there. After number 5, and Hall trying a shot, and just to the right, a few inches to the left, and it might have been a little more of a challenge. But Montague retained the possession via a goal kick, and they have already taken it. And bags of time. Still coming forward with it very slowly. Number 7 coming forward, Raphael Alexander. And we have Monroe. It's a beautiful pass there, but the intent to just knock it into the path of one of his teammates, Francois Bastien, unsuccessful. And DINSLEY again winning the ball, but loses out without much of any resistance. And Montague gets it. You see Alexander just trying to trot down the left side, but no one saw him. Might have been in a very good position to strike it from there, but they win a corner. Get that ball to the top of the penalty area. And here comes Hall again. Hall wins it and trying to find one of his players, but does very skillfully get away from it, but he does lose out. And they try to square that one to the middle. Nothing doing. The big number 8 for the DINSLEY team. Putting it behind the goal. And that goes for a corner for Montague. And Montague tries to play that ball forward and keeps it in. Alexander keeps it in. And a little bit unfortunate. It was ball first, but it was a very awkward challenge, and Alexander just bounces back up even with a little bit of agony. And he trots to the corner to retrieve the ball as there's a throw-in. And he opted to kick it in. And here comes Monroe. And well turned, but congested area there. And DINSLEY plays it away. Again, Anthony Hall. It's all over. Anthony Hall. All over this game. Here comes Alexander one more time. Playing that ball and gets it again. Tries to square it up for one of his players and drags it across the field, and it comes off one of the DINSLEY players and goes behind the goal for a corner, which is taken very quickly. Monroe plays it back. And they again try to reset, go all the way back. The ball is played to Alexander, and it was a little bit errant. It does cross the line, and we believe that Alexander might still be feeling the effects of that last challenge. And DINSLEY seem to be in all sorts of disarray. Simple pass back to the thrower. This beats everybody, and very ambitious throw there from the Montague players. The number 8. As a matter of fact, the number 6, Mark Benjamin, goes out for a goal kick for the DINSLEY team. And DINSLEY tried to hold on to possession this time and probably trying to see if they could compose themselves to do something meaningful with that ball. But Govaya picks it up and plays it to Hall down the right side, trying to see if he could square it up. And that was almost guided into the goal by Govaya, who was making a very good run down the middle and almost beating everybody and almost squaring the scoreline at 1. But as it stands, Montague still has the lead, 1-0. Montague again just holding it up, showing some patience. And as we've seen so far in this tournament, this is game number 4, that the team that has the best spacing and the best patience and even the crisper of passes usually comes out on top. Right now, that team is Montague Avenue. Their first team. They have 2 teams in the tournament, and that ball that was well struck, the number 5, playing it inside, that was Kelly Moore. Again, and Kelly Moore coming forward and striking the framework again of the goal. But it goes back for a goal kick. The Montague defender just collects it there from the long goal kick, which was lost. The DINSLEY player trying to take a shot all along the ground, but picked up again by Hall. Hall's tried to square it in, but there's no one in. But it didn't matter. The ball goes behind for a goal kick. Montague still in possession with this ball. The number 4, Tristan Alexander. Again, they still continue to try to press on the offensive half. They have only their stopper at the back and everyone else in the offensive half of the field, Montague. And they only just finally loses that ball after a long shot of possession, and Alexander taking a shot that didn't really say much, even coming off his foot from the time it came off his foot. And it goes behind for a goal kick. We just have maybe some seconds for this half. And Montague leading this one by 1-0. The ball is played long and coming off the head of a Montague player. Harmony Monroe, and goes for a corner. The corner is being taken short. It was won by the Montague team and held on by the Montague team, and they're trying to see if they could come forward, but nothing doing. Hall gets it, plays it back, but gives it away. Here another chance, and a very tame shot there from Marlon Kelly Moore. And might have given them a 2-goal lead, but at the end of half number 1, in game number 4, it's Montague 1 and DINSLEY Avenue 0. As we see, get ready for some highlights from the first half. Montague trying to force their way into the lead, and a very scrappy play there earlier on, taking a shot. They have had the better of the exchanges, and that was a goal. Very well placed shot there by Issa Devines. Again, they go forward, and the ball coming off the upright, actually the upright, going back for a goal kick. And that was the story of the first half. Montague, their A team, they are leading this game 1-0, and DINSLEY find themselves in a position that they found midway through the second half of their game against Delamere Avenue last night in the opening night. Game that they went down 1-0. And it seems as though that they may be in a similar situation if they can't conjure up at least 1 goal in the next 15 minutes. We will rejoin you at the resumption of this game. So we're just moments away from the resumption of game number 4 of the Trincity Community Football Cup 2025 here at the Montague Recreation Ground in Trincity. And it's a beautiful night. We had some rain before play of the first game. And we had some rain that didn't dampen the proceedings last night in the opening. But it seems as though that the ground is even better than it was, and it was immaculate last night. And maybe it's because it's a little less dust because of the rain. You know, it's a dry season, and it is not unseasonal to have rain in April, as we are familiar with the saying, April showers bring May flowers. And that even happens in Trinidad, even with climate change being what it is. But it is indeed a beautiful night, and for football lovers here in Trincity and all over the country, and maybe all over the world, who are taking in our telecast here from M&E television. It's a 1-0 to nothing in favor of a Montague. Montague Avenue, who are in the orange strip, they will be attacking the goal to the right, defending the goal on the left. And they are taking on the team in the pink and black strips of the DINSLEY Avenue, who are defending the goal on the right, attacking the goal to the left. They are trying to see if they could not fall too far back in their group. Lost last night 1-0 to nothing, and they trail tonight 1-0 to nothing. Montague looking to really assert themselves. They have enjoyed most of the possession, and they give away a corner very early in the second half. And they're taken by, it's been spotted by Anthony Hall, who has been all over this game, much to his chagrin, as I imagine. Even last night he had a very good game, but was on the wrong side of the result. And here he picks it up one more time. And he makes some space, trying to look for one of his players who didn't get the first choice, but he did get one. Govaya plays that ball forward and tries to, almost gets it into a spot that could have drawn his team level. But Montague comes away with it, but didn't get far. Nice piece of defending by the Montague team, and it seems as though the DINSLEY team has come out with some purpose, and it seems to be more purpose than they have been going forward. But here comes Montague. Shot comes in, unsuccessful. Shot comes in from DINSLEY. Too high, and goes to the back for a goal kick. As for those of you who are joining us for the first time, and a shot comes in again. And it seems as though the Montague players have switched off, and they were not made to pay. So Kelly Moore playing that ball forward. Doesn't fall, really, really kind for their number 3 Bastion. And this goes for a corner. Yes, comes off a DINSLEY player. Here they come one more time, and Montague looking to find the purpose that they were playing with in the first half, and that ball almost rolled in. That just inches away from the upright, and trying to catch the Montague players napping. DINSLEY just plays it forward, but without direction, without purpose. And Montague again have found themselves so far in the second half not as electric and as switched on as they were in the first. The shot comes in from a distance, wasn't successful. Come from Malik Benjamin. The ball is played forward again, and it looks to be almost wanted to be shepherded out of play, but it's picked up by a DINSLEY player, not well controlled, and it does spill over the line and gets out of the enclosure. And we do see a bit of a sprinkle, a little bit of a drizzle coming from the outside. Players might mind that so much. And DINSLEY coming forward and being hassled The winner through. Govaya picks it up, plays it across the field, and not controlled. It didn't seem as though it was such a bad pass. And a big imposing figure of the number 14, Govaya. Not allowing that ball to pass, not allowing the player to pass. And DINSLEY wins another throw. And the ball goes forward. Instead of trying a shot, which he has tried before, Montague wins it and controls it. Montague seemed to not be as crisp as they were in the first half. They exhibited a lot of patience and spaced themselves very well. But right now, they have the possession with Kelly Moore, who tried something rather adventurous. Sebastian. And that ball just goes harmlessly out for a goal kick. 4 minutes go on in this half. So 15 minutes per half. And Montague enjoyed a very good half in the first half. And now they're enjoying some possession. Well played across the field. And well controlled. And Bastian again holding on to it, but he didn't get it as quickly as he wanted. The ball's going to be played back by Harmony Monroe, who lost that one for a challenge. Yes, Benjamin trying to get that ball forward, and a shot taken there by Alexander. Alexander, who picked up a bit of a knock in the first half, seems to be okay enough to take that shot, put some decent power on that. As DINSLEY plays it forward, and not very meaningful. And here comes Benjamin one more time, looking for one of his players, but trying to get to Alexander, who did not find himself in a position where he could latch onto that ball. And DINSLEY plays it forward. And control, again, Hall. Even when Hall is not in the best of touches, he seems to make something out of nothing for his DINSLEY team. Has been very unfortunate. He picks it up now and plays it back to his teammate there at the back. And number 5 doing his thing. And that ball goes forward and very messy there at the back for Montague, but at least he kept it out of the goal. And here comes Alexander one more time. Tristan Alexander. He gets it back, rolls it back, and try to square it up to Harmony Monroe, and Monroe just not getting his footing well. But he does get it back and try to get it forward. His ball tried to be squared there by Kelly Moore, but doesn't get anything positive from it. And Hall still trying to work a lot. But Harmony Monroe just wins it back, and he gets it back and plays it forward. But a little too ambitious, Sebastian. And Bastian not getting anything, any traction in a way of trying to get that ball. But DINSLEY wins a throw-in. And it just skips past the number 5, Colin Mitchell. Mitchell, who was not available last night, he's on the field, and he has contributed very well. And here comes Hall. And Hall plays it forward and try to get it back. But again, nothing doing for the DINSLEY team. And it's a 3-on-2. And that ball well struck by Monroe, coming off the upright, and it was just inches away from Montague taking a 2-goal lead in this game, as the ball just spills under the netting of the enclosure, and another ball is being retrieved. And even in his frustration, it's not as pronounced for Hall as for maybe some of his teammates. He's simply trying to fight it, and the ball was played to Govaya, and Govaya didn't actually get the best of touches And it goes forward, and it's a goal kick for Montague. A nice turn there. Here's Monroe getting it. And the ball is played into the middle. And very, very dangerously. And Alexander couldn't direct it into part of the goal. Monroe got, and that was a very flagrant challenge. And for the first time in this year's tournament, a yellow card has been issued, and it's been issued to Colin Mitchell. And it's very amazing that Monroe could survive that challenge. It was a very rash challenge. And Mitchell is not the smallest of individuals. Tristan Alexander plays it back, and he gets it back and tries to square it up to Benjamin. He plays it forward. And DINSLEY, a shot comes in from Hall. And they retain possession. Gouveia plays it wide to Mitchell. But Alexander tries to get a shot off as he saw that Gouveia was going to be in his way. That was Tristan Alexander, Raphael Alexander brothers on the team. Tristan Alexander is number 4. Number 7, Raphael Alexander. Both of them seem to be having very good games. Tristan being a more defensive player. As you see, no one in goal for DINSLEY. And a turn is trying to be made, but nothing happening for the big number 18, Marlon Brown. It could have been an equalizing goal there, providing that he had turned well. And here comes Benjamin trying to get that ball forward. And a shot comes in and straight onto the defender. The shot came in from the Veens. The score of the goal that separates both teams so far in this game. And Benjamin trying to just knock it back to Harmony Monroe, but unsuccessfully so. A throw in here from throw in for the DINSLEY team. It comes in, and Mitchell trying to thought there was a player there, but it sort of just relieved some pressure. Monroe gets it from Montague and plays it across the field for Kelly Moore. Kelly Moore wins it back, and Monroe finds Devines. Devines turns, gets it successfully to Alexander, who tries a shot, and it just beats both the defender and the upright. And Montague seems to be getting back their mojo in this game. But this ball was played forward and almost spilled past the defender, the last stopper. And it picked up by Hall, and it was struck by Mitchell. And Mitchell got it on target, and he tries to get it on target one more time. It's a scrap in front of the Montague goal, and they do clear their lines. And Mitchell almost atoned for that egregious tackle. A goal. The ball goes forward again, and just as Montague, like we said, was regaining their mojo, they had that incident, that goalmouth scrap that they had to just clear. DINSLEY comes forward again, probably buoyed by what they just saw, or what they just experienced. But they just have 2 more minutes remaining in this game. And DINSLEY, Hall, almost gets that ball past the defense. And Hall trying all as he might to bring his team back into this game. He does not want to experience going 2 games behind the leaders in their group. Group A. And Montague, that might have been a signal that they have just lost their way somewhat after that incident in front of their goal. Survived. And Hall gets it again, chests it down and holds possession of that ball and tries to play it forward and wins a free kick just around midfield. And trying to hold off Raphael Alexander, the taller of the two Alexander boys. Here comes Hall just spotting that ball, seeing whether or not he can conjure up something that could salvage this game. Just probably seconds remaining in this, the fourth game, second game for DINSLEY Avenue. He strikes it, well struck. And again, another whistle. But this time, the whistle goes in favor of Montague. And it's going to be taken, a free kick taken by Harmony Monroe. Plays it forward. He doesn't get it to, but Alexander gets it. And Kelly Moore trying to turn, doesn't get it to Alexander. It's won by Hall, and Hall trying to see if he could turn, but nothing doing. And the ball goes behind for a goal kick. Just about time, and Mitchell loses that ball, and DINSLEY doesn't seem to have it in them to get anything from these final moments of this game. But they do come forward, and Mitchell tries to knock it down for Hall. And Mitchell turns, a nice pass there to Govaya, but ball intercepted. And here comes Kelly Moore, try to get that ball to Monroe, but doesn't get it. Does succeed to put it out of play. So as we get ready for the third game that's going to be coming up at the conclusion of this game, just minutes after. And this ball is pinged around and maybe just played forward. And a very dangerously played there by Alexander. Maybe he could have just put it out of play. But it does go for a corner for DINSLEY. Maybe DINSLEY has something in them in these final seconds of the game. Govaya brings it in and plays it off one of his players, and it goes back off for one of the DINSLEY players, and it's a goal kick for Montague. The ball has been played forward, and it falls kindly for Hall, and Hall just plays it for Govaya, try to square it forward, but nothing happening. But the whistle had already gone, and a corner won there by the DINSLEY team, and some very nervous moments here at the end of this game for the Montague team to hold on to this 1-0 lead. Try to play this ball back, and it was given away, and Devines is trying to get that ball to Kelly Moore, and Kelly Moore doesn't latch onto it, and Moore trying to... That was actually Monroe trying to get that ball forward. And a little bit of composure might have put that game away, but it is packaged away. 1-0 as we hear the final whistle from the referee. Montague Avenue taking it 1-0 over DINSLEY Avenue, who have dropped their second game by the very same scoreline. So we get ready for some highlights from this game. And as we expect, it's going to be dominated by the orange strips of the Montague team, who, as we see, just playing some shots back. And as we see the goal being scored, that goal was scored in the first half by Devines. And strike after strike. One of in the first half coming off the post, one of the rare attacks there from the DINSLEY team. As we saw, Montague had some very nervous moments. It was not a replica of the first half that they had, which was way more confident, but they did hold on. This was that Ball that might have spilled past the final defender, but he got it away. And then we see Montague going forward one more time. A shot being taken there, just very, very close. And this was probably the best chance for DINSLEY, where they had shot after shot, a scrap in front of the Montague goal. Montague was successful in clearing away. And again, another chance going up begging there for the DINSLEY team as they go down for the second night in a row by the score of 1-0. We are here on M&E Television at the Montague Recreation Ground in Trincity for the Trincity Community Football Cup 2025. This is night number 2. We have already had 4 games in the tournament, 2 on the opening night last night and 2 tonight. We will take a pause and we get ready for the next game coming up momentarily between Beaulieu Avenue and Castleton 2.